Welcome to EDC 869, the Blackboard online course for technology for educators. I'm going to walk you through how to navigate the course and what some of the assignments are. Right now, I'm looking at the view that you should see. That's why I have an orange bar up here. You won't see that orange bar in your view. One of the big differences in an online course as opposed to a face-to-face course is that you end up being more responsible to read and understand what is required of the course. So we're going to start by looking at the syllabus. And the syllabus is set up for you. A couple of us have worked on it. And it is really designed to help you be an effective user of technology when you are in the classroom, if you are currently, or if you're going to be in the classroom soon. So make sure that you really understand what you're responsible for. We've put as much information as we are able into the course to help you be successful, but it's still important that you look through all of the assignments in advance so that you're aware of what's coming in the course. The course is based around the Technology for Educators standards. Wisconsin adopted the ISTE standards for teachers the summer of 2016. Those are the NETST standards. And so we've built a course around those kinds of things. It is an 8-week course. One of the advantages of being in an online course is that you're free to set your own work hours, but it's important to know that even though you can decide when you want to do the assignments, there are due dates and deadlines for the course assignments. There is a document called a schedule of events that I will be going through in a little more detail later on to help you plan your workout for the course. There is no required textbook for the course, but you do need access to a computer with audio and video capabilities. Most computers have that, but I would recommend a computer, not a Chromebook, because one of the course assignments is working with smart notebook software, which requires that you're able to download and install, which you're not able to do on a Chromebook because technically it has no hard drive to speak of. If it's a personal computer, we highly recommend that you back up your personal files, and install virus software, virus protection if you haven't done that already. If you're going to be using a computer from school, that's fine, but make sure that you check with your IT person that you're able to install different things like smart notebook software, and that the computer will work off campus. We have had a couple instances where they worked great at school but didn't work when you got them home or outside of the school setting. We're going to be posting all of the assignments in Blackboard, and it's important that you really participate because this is a learning community, and in a learning community, we really are important to each other in that we are learning from each other. So posting your assignments and things on time is really important. It's never a good idea to put things off because technology sometimes can eat up a great deal of time. So waiting to the last minute to do an assignment is never a good idea. We recommend that you put aside time like you would for a face-to-face class. When you get in the car and leave to go to your face-to-face class, that you actually plan like that for this course. We don't need that, and we don't need that, we don't need that. Sorry about that. I have posted some information for you in the course info area if you need technology support. I also posted more information about how to contact me should you need that information. I'm going to talk about grading. So we have the assignments, 2 key assignments. One is the portfolio, the other is the toolbox. I'm going to come back to those in a second. But when we go down to look at the gradings, it's grading of the material in the course, it's important to know that not everything is equally weighted. So the two items that are going to carry the most weight for the course are your portfolio, and the second one is a personalized toolkit. So when we talk about the portfolio, the main differences are the portfolio is you're going to create an artifact. You're going to do 5 of these. Each one of them is focused around a different ISTE standard or NETS standard. And for example, if you decided to use a blog, you would actually create a blog. If you have students, it could be a blog that you actually plan to use with students or parents. If you don't have students currently, then you could make up fake students. But you actually have to create a blog and then walk us through how you would actually use that blog in a classroom setting. There are more details in the document. We'll be giving you a template that will help guide you through this so that you're not forgetting anything. I will be also creating a more detailed video to help you with that. So each week you'll be creating an artifact. Actually, this doesn't begin until the 3rd week. As part of creating an artifact, you're also going to create a little video. I'm currently using Screencast-O-Matic. You're welcome to use other resources. I would say take some time prior to week 3 to play with any of your choice of a video producing components. That seems to be the biggest stumbling block for some folks. The other part is the personalized toolkit, and the personalized toolkit does not require that you create an artifact. So it's another tool. It could be new. They do need to be different from your artifact. So for example, BrainPop is a very popular video resource that has videos for math, science, social studies, and so on, and it's in Spanish. So let's say you want to share for your toolkit that you found a BrainPop video in social studies regarding Pangea, and you would tell us how you would use that, what grade level, but you would not be creating anything. You're just sharing what you would use the tool for and how. So that's the biggest difference between the toolkits and your portfolio. We are going to be using Google in some of your documents, like for your portfolio. The reason for that is that Wisconsin is a Google state. The state of Wisconsin jumped through some of the legal parameters for setting up a Google domain, and many schools have gone Google. We also know that many of you may already be using Google, so you will have a better understanding how to use that in a classroom. The other component here, besides your portfolios, is there are going to be some quizzes. Don't stress about those. There are some quiz videos, and there are some technology discussions. Those discussions are each week. This is where the community of learners comes in. That's very important that you give thoughtful and kind feedback to others in your class. Notebook software, this is the area that we seem to have the most requests for learning about, so you're going to be asked to download and install a trial version of Smart Notebook software. There are other smart board type softwares available out there, but a number of them don't have trial versions available. So again, we'll go over that in more detail as we get closer to the course. In terms of assignments, really, we do expect that you submit all of your work on or before the due dates. We need to have some contact with you if you think you're going to be late for an assignment. So if it's at all possible and you're running late, just shoot me an email and say, hey, I'm running a little late, but please give me enough lead time to respond to you. I know it's 48 hours, you know, it's hard to look into the future and know how much time you're going to need, but if assignments are due at 11, 12 p.m. and you're emailing me at 11 p.m., it's difficult for me to support you and give you an extension. So as much as you can, just keep me in the loop. Let me know what's going on. We rarely deny an extension, but you have to do your part is trying to let us know what's going on. And we value that. So just shoot us an email. If you do try to call, just know that in the classroom, I'm not able to answer those. So it's important to shoot me an email. I check those on a more regular basis. The other thing is it's very difficult in an online course to know if a student is struggling with the content or if it's just an issue of time. Those are two very different situations. So it's really important, again, that you just let me know what's going on and please communicate with me. That is one of your responsibilities as a learner. I've been in technology for many years, and I'm very happy to share with you what's going on and what new tools teachers are using it. So now we're going to talk about the schedule of events. So this document is supposed to be posted here in this area with the syllabus. It hasn't been posted by the course designer yet. If it doesn't get up, I will email it to you. But this is a document you may want to print. You can make a copy of it by going to File, Make a Copy, and that will save it to your hard drive. And you can also print it. It might be a good idea to print it and have it by your computer. So it's important to notice that we have assignments due on Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday. So this will give you time to post your first introduction, and then by Saturday you're going to respond to, by Sunday you're going to respond to other people's introductions. There's a few little quizzes here. Don't stress about those. Some of them are just background information that we need to help tailor the course to your needs. So that pattern of Wednesday, Sunday, Saturday pretty much follows through the weeks. Week 1 and week 2 are kind of good times to get your feet under you in terms of the course. By week 3, then we have our first artifact due. That is going to take some time. The first time through, it is a little bit scary, a little bit overwhelming. So please start early and start ahead of time. And again, if you have questions, please email me. I will do my best to try to answer your questions, making videos as necessary to support you. So you're going to post your artifact. I will be sharing a template with you, as I mentioned. And then the following week is when you will actually reply to other artifacts that have been posted. And then I talked with you about the technology toolkits. So you're going to post in week 3 your first technology, actually week 2 your first technology toolkit, and then reply to others. Book software comes in also week 2. So that pattern pretty much follows through week 5. I want to draw your attention to week 5. Unfortunately, week 5 overlaps Thanksgiving. There isn't the flexibility that one would normally expect to have some time off. So you'll have to plan your work accordingly. You do have assignments due on Wednesday. Thanksgiving is on Thursday. And then the pattern continues that you're going to respond to others by Saturday and Sunday. So if something is coming up that requires more time than you think you're going to have, so let me know. I'll try to be as flexible as possible. But I would suggest working in advance and getting some of the work for week 5 kind of in the chute, ready to go, so it's quick and easy and ready to go. When you're back in the course, the other content information you need is over here on the left side. And this again is information that's going to be helpful to you. Make sure to look at the important course information. There are rubrics here for you, and the information that you're going to need for week 1. And there is a document in week 1 under 1.5 technology tips for success.